What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve and I have something special for you guys today. It is something that I don't think anybody will see coming. This is a sneaker I found on Nike.com that is completely overlooked. Nobody is checking for this sneaker, so much so that I got it for a ridiculous price. But I really truly believe that if this sneaker was picked up by a certain Cactus Jack or a Ronnie Fieg or a Mr. OVO and a collaboration was done, maybe a little sprinkle some Stussy on there, I think people would be checking for this sneaker just like they do the Spiridons. I'm telling you, this sneaker is one collaboration away from being a fire sneaker, but I think it's already fire. And I would personally appreciate maybe there not being a collaboration, even though it would totally validate what I'm saying. But I'm loving it right now because, guys, I got this thing for $36 shipped on Cyber Monday. And you can still get it for about 60 bucks on the website right now. I will have the link in the description for you to cop. This is the Nike Atsuma. Look at that thing. Before we get into it, let's take a closer look. Alright guys, now you've seen a closer look of these right here. Like I said, these are the Nike Atsumas, and this is really just a under the radar sleeper 90s vibes running shoe that I don't understand why it hasn't been picked up yet by somebody, but it hasn't. And so for right now, there are about 4 or 5 colorways, and in my opinion, this right here, the white with a little bit of black, is probably the best one. But it's just an absolute fire casual everyday sneaker, and it's a very simple sneaker on top of that. So there isn't going to be some crazy technology. There's nothing happening in that regard, but there are some cool elements about this shoe. Let me explain. So really, this is supposed to be a lifestyle sneaker with some running technology infused in it, and it also has a reusable, recycled theme, which is always dope as we try to conserve more and be more efficient. You gotta love that, and that's where you'll see some of the imagery here with that recycled theme. I mean, you'll see it, but one of the things they do is a recycled rubber outsole. So that's what you're getting on the outsole, which resembles a little bit of an Air Max outsole. I think it's pretty dope. And then the other thing they do is they use the upper twice in a way. So the cuts on this side of the upper, they use the reverse of that on the inside of the upper. So they are using less pieces of material to construct the upper. And I think it makes for a dope effect actually, because there are parts of the medial side that I like better than the lateral side, which we'll get into. So that's where you get this recycling theme, and then you see that carried on through the sneaker. On the top of the tongue here, you have 3 Nike swooshes making that kind of triangle recycle logo that we are all very familiar with. And there's a little bit of a hang tag, rubbery hang tag on the laces here that also show off that logo. You find that same logo also in the heel inside here on the insole, and you'll also find it on the outsole as well. So letting you know that this is a greenish sneaker, not quite to the level of the Space Hippies, but it's still doing its part. And so aesthetically, what drew me to this sneaker is really the 90s vibes, the kind of dad vibes, the kind of aesthetic that a lot of people are into these days. And I just think it's clean, it's dope. It's kind of what you're looking for if you're into that aesthetic, and the best part, easy to get, which I saw it, just happened to be scrolling through, and I couldn't believe how cheap it was and how dope it looked. And my immediate thought was, yeah, if Ronnie Fieg uses this silhouette instead of like the Asics gel lights and drops like 35 colorways like he just did, this would be one of the hottest releases of the year. But it's under the radar right now, and I appreciate that because, like I said, I got it for a ridiculous price, and I want you guys to take advantage of that too if you are feeling the silhouette, because one of the things I try to preach on my channel, of course, is to buy what you like, not what is hyped. Just because everyone is high on Dunks right now doesn't mean that you need to go out rocking Dunks. Like, if you didn't rock Dunks before, why start now? It's not that big of a deal. I have a couple pairs of Dunks, but I'm certainly not checking for and trying to get all these colorways that are dropping now that sell out in 0.2 seconds. I'm certainly not going to pay the resale because just not really what I'm wearing at the time. So this, on the other hand, is something I will absolutely rock, and that's what drew my attention to it. And I just know that just like Stussy did with the Spiridons, nobody was checking for Spiridons before the Stussy collab happened, but now everyone wants a pair because of that. And if they did the same thing with this model, the same thing would follow. But I'm done preaching. This sneaker in itself doesn't need a collaboration, doesn't need validation. It's just a dope looking casual everyday sneaker. And like I said, these 90s vibe cuts on the upper here with the leather and the shiny mesh. And then on the insole, or the medial side I should say, like I talked about earlier, they used the reverse cut of this side to cover this side. So they're using less fabric. And you can see that how it kind of creeps over the top here. At first I thought this was just like a kind of a design piece to just kind of cover up the swoosh here, but you can see that's like the outline of the swoosh. So this is part of where they cut this part of the swoosh is wrapped around here, and it's actually a decent quality leather for a $60 shoe. I think it's a $90 retail, but it's on sale, of course. But yeah, decent quality leather. Foamy midsole. You don't get any air from what I could tell in the specs. It just said foam midsole, but I don't think it really matters that much. It's still a comfortable sneaker. So nice wider platform. If you have a wider foot like me, you don't got to worry about it being uncomfortable. True to size. I went true to size with this, and it feels great. It's easy on, easy off. And like I said, dope everyday sneaker. So nothing, no frills, just good. And I feel like that's how certain everyday sneakers should be. I mean, nice white leather, a little bit of texture, a little bit of pattern, and you're good to go. That's the Nike Atsumas. And for the price, for the fact that you're going to be rocking something that probably nobody is going to otherwise be rocking. I mean, I've already gotten compliments to the very few people I've showed this sneaker to, and they're like, dude, that's dope. Where did you get that? Like, what is that? And I tell them the price, and they were like, no way. Like, no, that's crazy talk. But it's real, and you could get one too. Get one before the hype train follows it, because I feel like eventually something's going to happen with these, and people are going to be all about this silhouette. Might not happen for 5 years, but it's probably going to happen. And that does it for me, guys, on this video of the Nike Atsumas, one of the dopest under the radar casual sneakers I've ever seen, and I'm so happy to have 2 pairs because the price was so good I just had to cop twice. And I'll be rocking these bad boys going into the spring and summer next year. I'm going to keep them on ice for the winter because they're a little too clean to be messing around in these Detroit winters. If you are from this area or anywhere in the northern Midwest, you know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, guys, consider hitting the like and subscribe if you are new here. I very much appreciate all of your guys' likes, comments, engagement, all of that. It is super, super dope, super appreciated. Consider checking out some of my links down in the description below. I've got some great gift ideas. Some of my favorite sneaker books are down there. Protective shoe spray as well. Gifts for yourself or for the sneakerhead in your life this holiday season. Definitely check those out, as well as the link to cop these bad boys as well while supplies last. Like I said, they're on sale. Some sizes are sold out, but you can probably get your size in one of the many colorways Nike has available at the moment. So with that being said, guys, very much appreciate your time. Hope you had a good day, good evening, good night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.